Oop, y'all know it's about to go down. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking about Euphoria. Season finale is tonight, season 2 finale. And I'm just going to discuss my predictions, what I think is going to happen, you know, what's going to go on for season 3, and just like what's going on with all the characters. So let's go. All right, so first, got to talk about Cassie. That end scene from last episode with her breathing on the wall like that. I mean, on the door like that, the glass door with her breath was literally there. That shot was amazing. And we haven't seen the crazy side of Cassie yet. We've seen her crazy side, like her dumb bitch crazy side, but we haven't seen like her crazy bitch crazy side. And that's what we're gonna get. But my prediction, she's gonna get her ass beat. She might get jumped. Maddie might just beat her ass. I think she's gonna like try to jump on stage and like try to come for Lexi, and like I don't think they're gonna have that. I think Maddie's probably gonna jump up there and be like, bitch, please, you know, like I'm pretty sure I saw some of that in the promotion. I think Cassie's gonna get her ass beat. I think Cassie's gonna get beat the hell down. And you know what? A well-deserved ass whooping, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, like, I don't promote violence or whatever, but I think some people need their ass beat. I think they need an ass whooping because that's just what they need. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but hey, that's what I think. And I think maybe Maddie and Cassie, I don't think they're gonna be cool. I think Cassie's gone too far. I think she's gone, maybe after they fight, but that's more like a guy thing. Like when guys fight, they beef it out and they're cool again. Girls, it don't work like that. Like every bitch that I've fought, it's been on site ever when I see her. Like, it is what it is. Like, no. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens. But that's my prediction for Cassie. She's going to get her ass beat. She's going to go through, like, some... I don't know, man. It could go both ways. She can get her ass beat and then maybe go, like, have some realizations and be like, okay, I'm being ridiculous. Like, I'm being stupid. I'm being a terrible friend. Nate's a dumbass, we're toxic, whatever. Or she's just gonna like go full more even deep in and go find Nate and whatever with that. Speaking of Nate, I think Nate's gonna have a full psychotic breakdown similar to his dad. We might find out possibly if he's had any more childhood trauma other than, you know, those awful tapes. When you see stuff like that at a very young age, especially when it's like your parent or guardian in that position and you're exposed to like sex at that young age, and especially in that way, that is like so traumatizing. I don't think many people can like comprehend how traumatizing that is. It genuinely messes with your brain function and the way you view people you love, the way you view authority, the way you view, you know, your parental figures, the way you view women, the way you view men, the way you view sex, the way you view literally everything you look at in a weird, perverted way because you were exposed to that as a child. And he might have gone through more trauma. He might have gone through like physical sexual abuse. So we'll see about that. Everybody definitely hates Nate. Me personally, I don't hate Nate. Like, I think he's just a fucked up person. Like, he's fucked up. Like, he's messed up in the head. He's never been able to get through any of his, like, he's never worked anything out. His mom is weird, you know. His dad is crazy. His older brother is crazy. The third child, I mean, his older brother isn't crazy, but I think he's disturbed and he's not fit to help Nate in any sort of way. The third child that we don't know anything about, I don't know. I personally don't have any predictions for that. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. We'll see. There's been like fan, you know, stuff saying that Elliot is the third child. I think that's ridiculous. That would be ridiculous in my opinion. But as far as Nate goes, I don't hate him as a character. In all honesty, like, I sympathize with him in some ways because, you know, I can personally relate to like childhood trauma, and it fucks you up and it follows you for a long time and it messes with your head, and like it's not an excuse to do the shitty things that he's done, I guess, but it's the reason for the shitty things that he's done. He needs help. His dad needs help. Freaking Cassie, I don't like Cassie personally. I just think she's a dumb bitch and she needs her ass whooped, and maybe she'll be better once that happens to her. Like, but she's just too reckless and wild and isn't willing to like suffer the consequences that her actions bring her, and it's just frustrating to watch. But she's just a girl. She's just a young, dumb chick, you know? Like, it is what it is. So this season finale, besides Cassie and, you know, Nate's storyline, I like I said, I think Nate's gonna go off the wall. Some shit's gonna go down with him. Not sure what. But, you know, if he died, I wouldn't be surprised. We'll see. Rue, there's no way she's not suffering the consequences from the, not last week's episode, but the weeks before's episode when she was on the run. And she was breaking into the house and she got Lori to bathe her, and Lori is on some other shit. That bitch is a straight up, like, she don't give a fuck, you know, she don't care. She even admitted, like, opiates mess with her head and she doesn't have, you know, a care in the world about Rue. She just wants what she wants, which is her money. And there's no way that there's not going to be consequences for that night. Maybe even with the police for Rue, or with Lori, which is, I don't know what Lori's going to do. She's going to get her money somehow. Whether that means taking Rue, whether that means taking Gia, whether that means getting Fez, who knows? Like, I don't know, but I know that there's going to be a consequence for it, because if there's one thing that I've learned is that if it's going like based off real life, you know, there's always consequences for shit like that you do, always, even if it comes back like years later. And when Lori was talking about like the opiates messing with your brain and not being able to like process like happiness in the same way, and like you almost feel like numb to things, and like as well as like darkness as well, she's 100% like, that was like a good line. That was a good, you know, little conversation, because I was addicted to opiates for years. From 14 years old all the way to 20 years old, I was heavily addicted to opiates, badly, every single day. It was the worst time of my life ever, and I can heavily relate to Rue's experience, and I feel for her. She did things in a jacked up way. I don't really know if she's necessarily gonna stay clean. I don't know if she plans to. I mean, I think her getting injected is just like kind of the beginning. Like when in the promotion Maddie says this is just the beginning, she might be talking about Nate or Cassie or whatever, but for Rue, I feel like this is just the beginning, and like foreshadowing a conversation that she had with Ali in a previous episode when he's asking her if she hit rock bottom. Rue, in my opinion, has not hit rock bottom, not even close, in my opinion. Rock bottom is when everybody abandons you and you have nobody. You don't have anywhere to live unless it's your own house. You don't have anywhere to go. You don't have anybody, basically. You're in jail. You're in and out of jail. You're freaking homeless. You're strung out somewhere on the streets. That's rock bottom. And Rue hasn't experienced that yet. Like, her mom may have told her, like, hey, you're 18, you're out of the house. She told her that. That was a conversation, but it hasn't happened yet. And when that happens, when Rue's strung out and her mom kicks her ass out on the street and Rue has to go freaking live with, Fez ain't gonna let her live there anymore, and who knows what's going on with Fez anyway. So rock bottom is when you're out on the street basically, or in jail, and Rue, that hasn't happened to her yet. So she hasn't hit rock bottom yet. We'll see what happens with her and the consequences that come from that previous episode. Maddie, I think she's moving. I think Maddie's moving and she's over it. You know, she's like, you know what? This is just the beginning, Cassie. If you want to go ahead and fuck around with Nate, you'll see what's going to go down. But me, I'm out of here. I'm pretty sure she's leaving the state, and I hope she gets to leave. I hope nothing happens to Maddie, because she deserves to leave. Like, she's like a little crazy bitch, but she's a good person. She's a good person, and I hope she gets the hell out of that freaking town, and she goes to college and she puts that shit behind her and meets some friends that actually like value her. And I hope she beats Cassie's ass for Lexi. Speaking of Lexi, loved that freaking play. Holy shit, that was a good play. Like, holy shit, that was so good. Did you see the end scene? I Need a Hero? Oh my god, Ethan ate that. That was incredible. man, had Nate walking out looking like a straight up fool. It was awesome. Kudos to Lexi. You are a girl. You are great. And everybody thinks Lexi's boring. I love Lexi. Lexi just doesn't put herself in all these people's freaking crazy shit, you know? She's like, oh, y'all are fucking wildin'. Like, I'm good on all that, you know? And she has the same trauma as Cassie, but she puts her stuff in her art, in her work, in her play, in her writing. She reads. She has outlets, healthy outlets. And that's what people need in order to heal and to get through life, is healthy outlets and positivity. And that's what Lexi tries to bring into her life. Therefore, she's a little bit more, you know, put together and a little bit more, you know, just well managed than her sister, of course, and all these other characters, because she has healthy outlets and she has her struggles, she has her insecurities, and she has her problems. But at the end of the day, she does a lot better than the other characters in Euphoria because she has those healthy outlets. What do all the other characters have? Maddie's starting to have a healthy outlet with babysitting. She loves that little boy, and she seems to be doing a lot better as a person this season. And for Nate to go and put that gun to her head after all that, like, I think that was just the iceberg. She's like, I need to get out of here because I'm better than all this, you know? Which I hope she does. As far as Kat's storyline, like, her storyline was a mess this season. We all know that. First season's was way better. She's just been, you know, on the back burner this season. I really don't know what's going to happen to her, and I really don't care because, like I said, her storyline this season was just garbage, and I feel bad for that character. They should have done her a lot better. Ethan is more of a more, you know, intriguing character at this point. I like him a lot. That performance was just incredible, and Kat, I guarantee you, she was watching it like, holy shit. So, don't know what's gonna happen with them. Don't really care too much. Fez and Ashtray, man, you already know what's gonna go down. They're gonna get raided somehow. That homie's setting them up. Faye, I think she's gonna help him out. I think she's cool. Faye's cool. Like, Faye's cool. We'll see what she's gonna do. Love that girl. But we'll see what she's gonna do. I think she's gonna end up helping them out, but she is being a little sketchy, but at the same time she's kind of put into like a real bad position. We'll see what happens with that. I really hope Fez or Ashtray don't die. I really hope one of them don't die, but if one of them did die, it wouldn't be surprising to me, and I would just feel so heartbroken for Lexi if something happens to Fez. Because Lexi, you know, she doesn't really have that many friends, and Fez has been a great friend to her, so we'll see what happens there. I love Ashtray, and everybody's like, how is Ashtray such... Sorry, my dog's like chewing on her bone. How is Ashtray such a loved character when he's like a crazy asshole that like beats the shit out of people and stuff? Because something about Ashtray's like mysterious nature is people love that. People love characters that have mystery to them, and then we got a little bit of his backstory, and it made people just like love him even more because his mom freaking abandoned him, and all he had was Fez and Fez's grandma, and now he's kind of just like a hardened, you know, young man because he really didn't have like motherly like love in his life, or like, you know, he didn't have like that motherly feel and that motherly touch and just that kindness, that warmth growing up. I don't think he had that. He had protection and love from Fez, and I love that for them, and I hope they're okay. As far as Gia and Leslie go, I feel like something really bad is gonna go down with Gia. Gia hasn't been doing good, and like you can tell she's like depressed. And if you notice in the season when Rue talks about suicide, like Gia feels for her so much. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Gia has those thoughts inside of her as well, suicidal thoughts. And I love Gia as a character, and I do like Leslie as well. They try their best, you know, they do try their best, and I hope they're okay, but something really tells me that one of them is gonna be hurt in some way, shape, or form, whether it's physically or like emotionally. Like they've been hurt emotionally the entire season, but something deeper I feel is coming this episode, and we'll see what that is. But I wouldn't be surprised if Gia hurt herself or did something to hurt herself or got in an accident or something terrible like that, and Leslie's just trying her best, but what can she do? So we'll see what happens this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed my video of like my breakdown of like the characters and so far and what I think is gonna happen for this episode, this season finale, season 3 coming up for sure. And season 3 might be the last season, might not be. Leading into season 3, we'll have to see what happens during this finale, but I think they might continue the Fez storyline with season 3. I hope that his story doesn't end here in any way, shape, or form, and we'll see what happens, guys. Enjoy the season finale, and I'll probably be making a video on that. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.